Boop! So, I subscribe to count 'em one, print media thing, and that is Entertainment Weekly. There are things in my life that I would rather pay for the convenience than take the time. Entertainment Weekly is one of those things. Pretty much anything that I'm curious about in the world of entertainment, I can find on the internet for free. However, if I don't want to take the time to go aggregate all of those things, each week I get an issue of Entertainment Weekly in the mail, and I read it. Also, I enjoy some of the writers, those particular writers, and the way that they write, etc., which I might not be able to find online because maybe those writers are only being printed in this magazine. Those articles are not available for free on the internet. That said, print media is something that's dying. It's not even dying slowly anymore, it's happening very quickly. And earlier this week, I think, my father was trying to get Quinn to take some copies of like Better Homes and Gardens or something off of his hands. He's like, I've got these things that you can read about, landscaping or whatever, which is something that she's interested in because we have a yard that I'm looking at right now and you're not. And she told him, matter-of-factly, that's what Pinterest is for. And she's right. I mean, Pinterest and things like it are great at putting together all of these different tips for your house, your outdoors, your kids, your fashion, your whatever. And you don't really need a subscription to Better Homes and Gardens or whatever. That being said, yesterday it was announced that several longtime staff members, and probably some newer ones, at Entertainment Weekly were laid off. The company is spinning off on its own. Right now it's currently owned by Time Warner, and it was announced, I think, in January that it would be spinning off into its own entity. And as a result of that, several people lost their jobs. One of those people was Owen Gleiberman, who has been writing for Entertainment Weekly for 25 years. Earlier last year, Lisa Schwartzbaum, who was their leading film critic, their head film critic, was bought out of the company. I think she probably saw that the end was coming and got out with some money and went to do her own thing. Owen Gleiberman, maybe he didn't have the option, or maybe it just snuck up on him. He was laid off with no such buyout option this week. And it's kind of sad, because he was their replacement for Lisa Schwartzbaum. He was always the second film critic, and he got about, 6 months of being the head film critic, and now he's gone. And what does this mean? It means that robots are taking our jobs. I don't know what it means. It means that print media really is dying a very swift death. And I don't know if that means that we're even going to have newspapers and magazines in 5 years, 10 years. Maybe they're all just going to go away. I'm kind of curious, since I know I'm young enough. I have one magazine subscription that I have no plan to cancel. It's cheap enough that I don't even really think about it. I think it's like $25 for a year of 50 issues. I can spend 50 cents a week on a bunch of pieces of paper tied together. But I'm curious about, especially people who are younger than me, do you ever even pick up a newspaper? Do you know what a newspaper is? And speaking of news, yesterday's news, my new show, should debut tomorrow. And that's all I have to say about that. Now I'm leaving to go to work. Bye!